What up? In this video, I'm going to be talking about fulfillment. I know what you're thinking whenever someone mentions the word fulfillment. You're probably scared and a little bit worried because it's one of the things that we don't have a clear-cut answer to. Kind of like life after death or how Trump became president of the US. We're all following this framework similar to playing Sims, where we follow a process that's already existed. We go to school, we get an education, we listen to our parents, we get a job out of school, we pop some children, we raise a family, and by following this framework, we're supposed to be happy, right? We're supposed to feel fulfilled and have a purpose. But is that really the case? Let's talk about it some more in this video. So we're going to be talking about fulfillment, specifically life fulfillment. Now, how do we even define fulfillment? There's a lot of different definitions of fulfillment out there, but to me, fulfillment is really following your passion and finding a sense of purpose in your life and spending time on that and fostering that idea that you really believe in. It's things that you do that make you look back at your life and say, damn, that's a life well spent. Which, to be fair, is a lot easier said than done. You know, we got a lot of distractions nowadays, a lot of restrictions. Restrictions like being broke, being tired, having no time because you're broke, being too tired because you have no time, and not to mention being broke because you're tired. There's a lot of things keeping us from doing the things that we love to do. I call these the distractions, you know, social media, toxic relationships. You know, Stacy keep calling you up every single Friday talking about how our plants are dead again, and she gotta buy some new ones. You know, at this point, she might as well buy some fake plants, you know, fits her personality a little bit better. In our generation, there are so many things that are keeping us from staying focused in pursuing our passions and finding our purpose. There are all these things trying to get a slice of our attention, and it's up to us individually to stay on path, figure out what our passion is, and pursue it. You might be asking yourself, what's this idea of fulfillment? I got a job that I'm chilling at. I'm hanging out with my friends every weekend. You know, what's the big deal? You want to live a life where you're looking back and you don't have any regrets. Finding a passion and purpose and working towards it really helps you not hit that midlife crisis. You know, thinking you're at your 40s and some, working that desk job, and you're like, damn, I wonder what it's like to be a stripper. Or damn, I wish I spent more time doing this and this and this, but now I'm in too deep with like 2 kids and a bae on the side. It ultimately comes down to knowing your own personality. You know, are you gonna be living doing the same thing for 5, 10, 20, 25 years and then look back at your life and think you got some regrets? Like, it's ultimately up to you to figure out what it is you find fulfilling and worthwhile in your own life. It's never too late or too early to start thinking about how you want to live your life and find your idea of fulfillment. You know, they start even asking kids these questions of what they want to be when they grow up. You get answers like being a firefighter or a veterinarian. And it's not until the early 20s that they start to get hit with the reality of being an adult, which is, it fucking sucks. But actually finding your idea of fulfillment in your 20s is difficult because, number one, there's things that are trying to make you live your life a certain way. Social media portrays living life frivolously, paycheck by paycheck, making you spend that money, go to the club, pop some bottles, go out to the bars every weekend. You know, that's the normal thing to do. And the second thing is pressure from your own family. You know, as you're growing up, you're used to listening to what your parents are telling you to do. And eventually, like, you figure out some things on your own, and there's a balance between listening to your parents and doing what you think is right to do. And no one really ever talks about that evolution, but it happens gradually over time, and it's up to the individual like yourself to figure out what the right balance of obedience and independence is right. Now, these two ideas together got people hella confused because they don't know how to live their life. They're just used to following what people are doing. It's up to you to be aware of these pressures being put onto you and really make the best choices for yourself and be happy finding the idea of what your passion is and what your purpose is to finally reach the idea of fulfillment. I got this idea from a book called Grit by Angela Duckworth, which is the idea of trying to find your ends. Everything that you do is a means to an end, really. The exercise is to drill down more and more to your means to an end to finally find your ends. For instance, you work at a job to make money. What do you make the money for? You use that money to fuel other things that you're passionate about. You're not just making money to make money. That's not a passion. The idea of the exercise is to find the ends that you're working your means to an end for. And you'd be surprised, everyone has different ends. For example, I make money to fuel art, right? And the reason I like doing art is because I'm able to share ideas with other people. To me, that's really rewarding, and I find fulfillment in doing that. I challenge you to do some exploration and do this exercise on your end. Think about some of the things that you do every day or day to day or weekly basis, something in your routine. I think you'll come to find that all the things that you do just boil down to a handful of ideas and purposes. And share them with me down in the comments. I'm interested in reading and seeing what kind of ideas are out there. I hope this video has given you some ideas of thinking about passions, purpose, and fulfillment all together. I'll catch you next time.